Hello and welcome back to some more Panda Inc. and of course Software Inc. This time for the very last time. We're going to pause the game for just a second here. We had some great suggestions in the comments of the last video. The first of which is potentially addressing this problem where employees are having trouble finding places to sit and also having trouble getting in their offices. And that was to just literally every second team, we just scooch, either backwards or forwards to hopefully account for less people coming into the office at the same time. And I'm hoping by doing this, we'll have less people using the systems that we have in place to get here. And that should hopefully help out a little bit. We're not going to move, I guess we could move the post-marketing team as well, the last two. That should be fine. These guys are okay where they are, I think. S1 can stay there and then we'll move update. S1 can move back one. And I think that will work out just a little bit better. Hopefully the people use our car parks, our buses, potentially even the subway station that we have over here a little bit more. The next thing I want to do is actually start maybe developing a game. We have one unused office, I believe, actually two unused offices that we could potentially get a game up and running in. So I think that's what we're going to do very first here. I'm going to go into manage teams and say this will be G1 and G2. I feel like it's around about time that we should probably start thinking about adding a game into the mix. And I know exactly what I want to do for it as well. So we're going to make this pink and we'll set this up as a team here. Of course, we need to go ahead and hire some lead designers and we can filter by compatibility with the 2D team. That is absolutely fine. Automation, 100%. HR, 100%. We need these two maxed out for sure. Socialization and multitasking are less important. Go ahead and begin looking. We have 3 candidates, which will do the trick. And they're all honestly not too bad. I think we'll go for the 2 45-year-olds. That seems to be a good plan for me. Go for G1 for Jill, and Emery can jump into G2. You are both hired. At that point, of course, we can go into these teams, manage their roles, make sure they're set as leaders. They can also do design and programming. That will be fine. And then jump into HR management, make sure they are doing everything best than secondary education level 3. One person out at a time, and we'll figure this part out later once we've developed our thing. So that should be good. Now, we actually need to develop our software, and I'm going to call this game Panda Inc. We're basically going to make a clone of Software Inc. inside of Software Inc. A little bit of meta stuff there, but I think that's going to be fun if we do simulation game. That will be perfect. And I'm thinking we might even do a subscription-based game. Just because we haven't done any subscription-based softwares yet, I want to go ahead and try this out, see if it works. So we're going to go for a new framework. We go Panda Inc. frame, and that will be fine. Next page, 2D editor, of course, will be Panda Palette, whatever the newest one is. We saw it there, Panda Palette 14, absolutely fine. Audio tool is going to be Choppy Chord 7, and that should be good. And we also need to set up the project management for this before we get started there. So project management, this will be Panda Inc. Our leader will be the G1 leader, which is Jill. Design teams will be G. Development teams will be G. Secondary dev teams will be update. Our update teams can work on that. Support teams, of course, is going to be support S1. Perfect. Pre-marketing will be PR 1, 2, and 3. And post-marketing can be PO 4, 5, and 6. Should be fine there. Update team, of course, is going to be update team. And then SCM is our SCM server. Prototype software is going to be none. Server is going to be play server. We'll give them 180%. That should be absolutely fine. Update, update, update. Update for 2 years and then check all the boxes. Print job copies, 250,000. Perfect. That's set. Now we can go back into our project management here and choose the things that we want to have. So We're gonna try and make Software Inc. as close as we can. So customizable character is a thing we have. We also have mod support. We have, I'd say it maybe has an advanced HUD, but we'll get back to that. Adaptive music, I believe this game has somewhat adaptive music. We'll put 3D graphics in there as well. I think that'll be fine. And multiplayer, but we're not going to put MMOs on. And expected interest is still not quite there, so we need to go a little bit higher. Let's analyze the market real quick. They really want graphics, so I think we will do advanced HUD. That doesn't count as graphics. But we'll put post-processing, and I don't think reverse Uno is necessary. We can put shadows for sure, and facial animations should get us there, and then we can just auto balance for the rest. 35% wasted interest, but I'm not particularly worried about that. And then we just need to, of course, add some OSs in here, and we'll basically just add a whole bunch that are pretty big. Some of the biggest OSs we can find. If we sort by OSs, we might just be able to do it that way instead. Anything over 500,000 is going to be fine for now. That should be good to go. Of course, this is going to be the G1 and 2 teams working on this. Perfect. That's going to take approximately 7 years with our current teams, but that's absolutely fine. We'll fix that in just a second. We'll set that to, oh, we need a 3D editor as well, which will be Cub 3D 8. And then we can go next. This on project management. This is very complex. We know that's going to be absolutely fine. Panda Inc. selected there. And then we can go into here, go to info, so we can see who we need for this team. Go into manage teams. HR management, and we are going to need at least 6 programmers, so we'll go 8 programmers. Designers, we need, oh wait, yeah, we need at least 4 designers on each team, so we'll go for 6, should be fine. That gets us up to 14. That might not work actually. We'll go 5 designers and 2 artists on each team. That's the minimum number of artists that we can use there. Because this team is actually quite a lot bigger than I thought we were going to need it to be. So we'll go for specializations. We're going to need system, network, because I made it a multiplayer game, audio, 3D, 2D, and we don't need hardware. So that will be all the specializations for that. No cup holders, no forgetfuls, and that should be good. High salaries. And yeah, so we're going to have 16 programmers. That seems like a little bit too many. Let's go for 7. So that'll be 14 programmers, 10 designers, and let's go for 6 artists. I believe that's enough to fill that room up. That should be fine. Then we just need to go ahead and set these guys up on the schedule as well. So put G1 back here and G2 up there. Vacations set to any time of the year, and we'll just offset those, and that should be good to go. The only other thing we need to do is, of course, set this room up so that this is actually the G1 and G2 teams. Set this room here to be only for leaders, and they should go ahead and start developing that. We'll jump into a quick little time lapse as that runs, and yeah, we'll be back in just a little bit. And as we jump into our first little time lapse of the episode, I want to thank you guys so much for getting us to 5,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely incredible. And as a little celebration, we're going to do a little bit of a membership drive, a little bit of a giveaway. If you are a member as of the 25th of August, we will be drawing a winner from our members list to win any piece of Chubby Panda merch you like from the store. Shipped to you 100% free. Little giveaway to say thank you to you guys for supporting the channel as much as you have been. You guys are seriously the absolute best. Alright, that was quite a long time lapse, but we have won 3 new awards. Best Employer as usual. Best Product, PandaGuard 24, perfect. And also Most Profitable Product with PandaGuard 23. For that, we also did get a Platinum Award for Most Profitable Product 5 years in a row. absolutely fantastic. Not a whole lot happened in the time lapse. We released a bunch of new softwares. We are still working on Panda Inc. It's still in the design phase. I'm hoping that will come to a close relatively soon. We did manage to fix the problem with people having overlapping rooms. That seems to be fixed. We are still having a slight noise problem, and we are still having a slight problem with our marketing teams. I think if we were continuing this series, I would go ahead and hire another 3 marketing teams just to get everything up to unavoidable. I figure this is probably a good point to go over some of our stats. Someone asked how our electricity was going. We are currently making some money with electricity to the grid, but a lot of the days we are actually using all of our electricity. Our batteries are sort of filling up. They're all about full. Some occasionally go a little bit empty and we just don't pay for electricity anymore. So that is fantastic. But in terms of our charts and things, let's have a look at what we've got here. Of course, our balance is going to be the main thing here. If we just untick everything, we can have a look at what we're doing. So salaries, of course, we are spending a good $3.2 million in salaries every single month. Sales are doing pretty well, although they've slowed down a little bit here, and I'm not 100% sure why. We had a pretty solid increase, and then they sort of just dropped off a little bit in the last few months. But we are still making a good amount of money. In terms of bills, we're really not paying that much. Most of these, I think these big jumps are from when we're manufacturing a bunch of different things. We have someone retired, a U team, that's fine. They'll replace themselves automatically. In terms of hiring, yeah, pretty reasonable. We hire every now and then. Construction costs, we just have that one giant bump when we built our HQ, and then a couple little modifications here and there. Repairs, not too bad. I don't know what this giant one was here, but overall pretty good. Marketing, we're spending a fair chunk on marketing, around $700,000 a month. I think that number could still be higher though. Like I said, if we were going to continue this series, I think I would absolutely hire another 3 marketing teams just to get everything up to unavoidable. Licenses, we didn't do super good on licenses. Our most profitable month was about 80,000. We weren't really focusing on that though. Staff, we have 90,000 in staff, so that is our cleaning and repair people. Quite a lot actually. In stocks, no, nothing too interesting there. Education, we are educating our employees, not our citizens. Emery Morales update team, that's fine. Distribution, we are actually making money from distribution now. Before we were paying to be on other people's distribution platforms, as well as paying for, like, you know, physical copies and stuff like that. Someone has died on the OSPC1 team. They'll be replaced automatically. So many people retiring. Update 1. Yeah, we're all good there. Let's just close these out quickly. Still let it run in the background so that we can get stuff up and running. In terms of deals, we're making decent money. Our most profitable month was 94 million, which is kind of insane for deals, but that's, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. Royalties, yeah, we're paying a little bit in royalties, but not too much. Dividends, we're making okay money, around 200,000 a month. So we're covering like our staff that clean and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. And then benefits, of course, we are paying a fair chunk in benefits. All these big ones are when we hire a bunch of new people and we have to buy them all cars. And then, of course, the most interesting is our balance. Pretty slow and steady increase here. Up to about half a trillion dollars. Is that right? $500 million. Not half a trillion. That would be insane. But we should end at around $500 million, which is kind of nutty. Some pretty fun stuff. Of course, we'll accept everyone's salary requests. That is fine. Let's just pause for a second and make sure everything here is fine. Everyone that's retired, no one on the AV team, so that's fine. We can ignore all of that. Vaughn Burns has been narrowed down to 72%, which isn't good, but it is what it is. PandaOS 2 just came out with Inspiring Outstanding, so we can replace that down here. Operating systems are making us decent money. This made 4.2 million in its first month. It's made 12 million in its first month, which is a little bit insane, and 3 million there. So we're doing okay with our operating systems overall. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with this entire playthrough. I think next time, after we've played a little bit of Airport CEO, We're going to go into a little bit more of a tutorial-y type series, or just on medium or even hard difficulty, and just explain everything that I'm doing, maybe show you some different starts, and we'll get into that after we've played Airport CEO for a bit, because you guys seem to be enjoying that series quite a lot. We're going to let this run for just a little bit longer. We are finally developing Panda Inc. So once that's done, we can have a look at how that does overall, and then we'll go over some final stuff, a little bit of a final tour of the office, look at our deals, look at our digital distribution and all of that, and we'll bring this series to a close. So we'll jump back into the time lapse now, and we'll show you some more stuff in just a little bit here. I believe I saw S1 team is no longer under management, so we should probably fix that real quick. That seems like it's going to be important. If we look at our team, yeah, no one in the S1 team can do leadership, so we definitely need to replace them. We'll go for a lead service person. This will be for the S1 team, which is our support team, of course. Jump in there, and we want to make sure that we have HR. We don't need automation for them, and they can grab, I believe, socialization. Multitasking isn't relevant because they're only working on one thing at a time, which means we can actually make sure that this person has super focus as well. Let's see if we can find anyone that suits that, and it looks like we can. You have support, so I think you're going to be the choice. We have socialization, automation, and HR. That will be good. Melody, welcome to the S1 team. Make sure to go ahead and set you up with the lead role, and you will just do service as well. That should be absolutely a-okay. More print jobs, and back to the time lapse. Our account team also lost our lead, so we'll need to go ahead and replace them as well. So we'll go for hire employees, service again, and this will be for the, I think it was ACC1 needed their leader back. If we have a look, if I sort by name, we should be able to find them. Manage roles, yeah, we no longer have a leader there, so we'll need them in. They indeed can use multitasking, so we'll keep that on and go ahead and begin looking here. We have an excellent candidate here. They can do accounting, and it looks like they're the only one who can do accounting, so you are officially hired. 3 stars in multitasking, 2 stars in socialization, 3 stars in HR. Exactly what we want. You are welcome in. I don't know how to say your name. Heriberto, welcome to our accounting team. Manage roles, set you up properly, and you should be good to go there. And back to the time lapse. Hopefully Panda Inc doesn't take too much longer. Alright, our AV2 team has officially lost their leader as well. So we'll go for lead designer for that team, AV2, and get them replaced nice and quickly. They don't need automation, but I'm going to give it to them anyway, just in case we need it in the future. HR, of course, is the most important task they can get. And let's see. I think we'll take Reggie. He is more expensive, but he's younger, so we'll stick around a little bit longer and get a little bit more skill under his belt. We'll just make sure that we actually set those guys up as a leader real quick. That is Reggie. He can do basically just design. He can do a little bit of programming in the background as well if he wants to, and that should be good. As we round the corner into May, Panda Inc should be coming out very, very soon. It is going to be May of 2024, and I think we're going to let the game run up until August 2024 when this video is releasing. That seems like a fitting end to the Panda Inc series, with Panda Inc coming out as a game, basically creating a meta game inside the game. I think that would be fun, and also ending it on August of 2024. I think that's a really cool way to finish this series off. Eventually, maybe I might do a live stream a little bit more on this save, just because I want to try out a few things that we haven't gotten to in this series. I want to try out the licensing, because I've never actually played with that before. That's why we didn't get into that too much in the series. And I also kind of want to try out the chefs in the kitchen, now that we're getting our business reputation up there a little bit. So we might do a little bit of a live stream at some point in the future. It won't be super soon, because I am going on holidays very shortly. But after I come back from holidays, we might jump in and sort of reacquaint ourselves with this save and see how it goes, setting up some licensing, setting up lawyers, stuff like that. I think that'll be a fun little live stream, and I can get your guys' feedback on everything there as well. As we round out April, I believe May comes after April, so we should be good there. And Panda Inc. will hopefully be released, and it is. We have one more person retiring from the audio team. So many people retired in this episode. Creativity of Olive has been narrowed down to 71%, which isn't fantastic, but what we really care about is Panda Inc. Let's bring this up. Let's close everything else, just because I feel like we don't really need it anymore, and let's see how we did. Quality is outstanding. Creativity is inspiring. Marketing is sparse, which is not exactly what we want to see. You know what? I'm just going to go in here and say post-marketing teams can be everybody. We'll just put all of our post-marketing teams on that to make sure that we get some marketing hype up and running. Actually, you know what? Let's just take over the marketing for this. Put it at a 10 and chuck it up the top and see what we can do. We'll just max this out for the first month, and I think that will be absolutely fine. We made negative $58,000 on the first month. I don't quite understand how that works. I've never actually done a subscription model game before, so you guys are gonna figure this out with me right now. But yeah, I'm not sure how we get a negative income there. But we'll leave this up, let this marketing run. I mean, hopefully they get lots of that marketing done. Someone has died, that's no good. But we'll see how this goes. I'm curious if this is gonna make money with the subscription-based model. I'm not sure why it's costing us so much. That might be due to... Honestly, I couldn't tell you what that's due to. Maybe printing costs? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know why that says negative. If we go into this, Panda Inc. profit, yeah, it still says it here as well. Past month, negative 58. So let's see what happens as this month rolls over to June. And it looks like we are in the green, which is nice. I don't expect this to do particularly well because we don't really have a fan base in this market, but we did make $33,000 in the month of June 2024. So that's something, I suppose. We are also porting it, of course. Someone has retired, and we are marketing the hell out of it. It is unavoidable. We can probably set a limit on this, actually, to say, I don't know, 200,000. Give it the best chance we can. But also allow our marketing teams to do some other stuff, because we don't want to just focus purely on Panda Inc., especially when we don't have a fan base for games. Although we actually started with 2.5 stars almost, so that's something. We have some final awards coming in. Best employer, as always, we absolutely get. And best product, there's a chance. And yes, we grab it again with PandaGuard 25. And we also grab a Platinum Award for best product 5 years in a row. We love to see it. We're going to run a quick little time lapse just until we hit August of 2024. Then we'll pause the game and see how everything is doing. And of course, we have to unpause real quick. Just to note that our security still sucks, and if you want to buy the Panda Inc. security t-shirt or the hoodie, you should absolutely do that now, just in commemoration of absolutely terrible policing team. I'm not sure where that was, or what they stole. I feel like it's not going to tell me. We didn't recover the item, but it is what it is. We're bringing the series to a close, so I really don't mind that much. I think it'd be fine with whatever they stole. They can keep it, and we won't buy it back. Some people are unhappy with their job just because they saw the burglar? I don't know. I can't say that word all of a sudden, but that is absolutely fine. And it is August. We're going to run this till the very end of the day. I'm going to try and pause it before we hit over to midnight. We will go over some of our stats, some of our achievements that we have managed throughout this series. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've definitely enjoyed bringing it to you guys. A very fun series to play. We might even end it at around 11 p.m. just so that I don't overshoot the mark. PandaGuard 26 coming out as well. Always nice to see, and scared, so let's stop there. That'll do. Let's go over some of our stats. Panda Inc. is doing all right. 460,000 last month. I'm not sad about that at all. 133,000 active users. So it looks like our game is a hit, and I'm sure if we kept developing games, we would continue to make some more money. So many people retired this episode. So many people. That's expected. Our workforce is getting a little bit older. We have some deals that I didn't accept, but we can just accept them real quick. We actually don't have enough printers to do that. That is surprising. Oh, we do. It's fine. Let's go over some stuff. So we have our releases here. If we sort by release date, actually, let's sort by profit. Our most profitable product ever, PandaGuard 22, bringing in $110 million. Pretty solid. Still making $300,000 a month even after PandaGuard 25 has already come out. So that is a little bit insane. If we go to the lowest, ZenOS 2 really didn't do all that well, especially because we were printing so many copies to begin with. How many do we have in stock? We have 104,000 left in stock, so we only sold just over half of our stockpile there, which is why that is so low. ZenOS 6, of course, is still bringing in money, but yeah, ZenOS 2 definitely not our most profitable thing. Although, that being said, we only have this many products that actually took a loss. We realistically did pretty well with all of these. Let's have a look at our most active software. PandaGuard 25, everyone is using our antivirus. If we go into details here, we can have a look at our competition and see how we are doing. We still aren't completely dominating the market in our PandaGuard, which was, of course, our very first product, but we're holding our own. We're definitely a big chunk of the market there, especially considering we have over 1 million active users there and a profit of $83 million on an antivirus software. Second, Zendesk 2, our operating system with 285,000 users. That's not too bad considering we only just got into operating systems. We have a look at our competition here. We're actually not doing too bad, but I guess that's mostly because there's really only 3 choices and 2 of those are ours. I mean, I guess OptiThing is also a choice, but no one's using it, so it makes sense that we are sort of top of the market there. So that is all cool. We definitely had some good software coming out. Of course, we didn't actually do any research, but that's fine. Like I said, we might go into a live stream at some point and figure that out. If we have a look at our employees, we definitely had a good chunk of them. I don't know if there's a way to see how many employees we have. There might be in our stats here. If we look at stats and I just untick all of these, we might be able to see it. Hired? No. Doesn't show us. I really wish this showed us how many employees we had, but I guess that is not an option. Oh well, that is what it is. We had this many. Lots of employees. You can see we have 107 employees with the at least 1 star in system, so definitely a good chunk of employees there. We have a look at their education. No, that's not what I want. Skill. Our leaders. Some of our leaders actually have 100% skill, so that is fantastic. Our coders also, again, 100% skill. We had some really good employees by the end of this. Not very many artists with that skill, but plenty of service people. Creativity and inspiration as well. Not too important. State. Do we have an age? Yes, we do. Youngest employee is currently 45, so like I said, a little bit of an older workforce for sure. And then our oldest employees are all 64. I imagine all of these people, that's a lot of people, are going to retire at the end of the year. Chubby Panda, almost about to retire. He almost made it to retirement. I'm sure he is going to retire a very, very wealthy man. With 44 years at the company. That is a lot. Second employee, Rob, only has a 24 in comparison. So yeah, very interesting to see that. What else can we have a look at here? We have, let's see, managed teams. Again, so many teams. Most of them had pretty good cohesion. I think the lowest is about 71% with our 2D1 team. I imagine that's just because they got some new people rather recently and they haven't figured that out yet. Our team composition, our lowest is 189%. So everyone's really working quite hard. And that is fantastic. If we have a look at our servers, we had 3 servers set up. Play server, which is our basically what we're putting all our things on, only is at a 16% load. Our hosting server, which is where we're accepting all of these deals, is only at 3.2%, but I imagine this fluctuates during the day. And CM server only using 0.4%. So we definitely overbuilt our servers a little bit. We definitely didn't need to make them so big. And that's probably why we needed such a giant wind farm to get that up and running, but that is absolutely fine. Digital distribution, we haven't updated in quite a while, but we still have 25% market share with an 11% cut. It's pretty stagnant at this rate, but we have been updating it over time, and we are making decent money from digital distribution. We have a look here. Digital store, we are currently making 1.1 million a month just from having that up and running, so that's kind of cool as well. We have a look at, what else can we look at here? If we look at all companies, we can see how we did in comparison to everyone else. I don't know why I made that quite so wide. We're making it a little bit wider so we can see some stuff though. And we'll do this. And if we sort by worth, our top business here is worth $1.1 billion. We are currently 4th in the running. I reckon we could get that up to almost take over the lead reasonably quickly if we really wanted to, but I'm happy where we are, and that should be all good to go. I'm pretty happy with how this whole run has gone. We didn't do any investing or stocks. I really think just investing in the companies is a much better way to do it, and we'll have a look at that in a second. Right now, actually, let's have a look. We invested in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different companies. You can see Space Perora did definitely the worst. They're currently only worth $334,000. Still went up by 35%, but not fantastic. Of course, Prake did the best. Our stocks are currently worth $28 million, and that increased 7,000% since we bought them. So kind of cool there. We also apparently have a hardware patent that made us $10 million. I guess we got this from a company that went bankrupt, and we just managed to get that patent. Kind of cool. I didn't even know we had it, so I guess we did sort of do a little bit of research for the 2006 hardware tech level. Kind of cool. 0.6% royalty. And I think that's about it. We'll look at one final chart, which is just this one here. You can see our balance going up over time, starting from practically nothing and working our way up to over $500 million. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for supporting this series. You guys have been absolutely incredible. If you want to help support the channel and make the dream of making this a full-time job a reality, please do remember that we are doing a little bit of a membership drive with a giveaway to one lucky member on the 25th of August. You'll win any piece of merch in the Chubby Panda shop that you like. So go ahead and hit that membership button now. It's only $1.99 US, I think $2.99 Australian. So hit that button, see how much it is. And yeah, everyone gets one entry. Simple as that. Join at the lowest tier. Join at a higher tier if you want, but you're not going to get any extra bonus entries for that. I want it to be accessible as possible to everyone. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I've really enjoyed this series, and I hope you guys have too. I guess until next time when we start our tutorial series in a little bit. Happy building, happy developing. Bye guys.